Good evening, scholars of stardom and sentinels of the truth. You have entered the sanctuary of Mr. Magazine, the only digital observatory where we do not merely glance at the headlines, we dissect the soul of the celebrity machine. We are here to separate the man from the myth, the noise from the signal, and the PR strategy from the human heart. Before we open the heavy dossier on tonight's subject, a man who has conquered 2 peninsulas but still finds himself fighting for respect. I must ask you to perform the sacred rituals that sustain this channel. Verify that you are subscribed. Ensure the notification bell is tolling for you. And, for those who wish to be the true patrons of independent, deep dive journalism, please click the Join button. Your support is the foundation upon which we build these monuments of truth. Tonight, we turn our gaze to the phenomenon known as Yaman. To the outside observer, his life is a golden script. A Turkish lawyer turned actor who crossed the Adriatic and conquered Italy with the ferocity of a modern-day Caesar. But as any historian will tell you, even the grandest statues have cracks. For the first time in years, Yaman has broken his silence, revealing the dark underbelly of his meteoric rise. He speaks of accusations, of bought fame, and of a struggle for legitimacy that continues to haunt him. Simultaneously, his private life with Sara Bloomer has entered a nebulous zone of unfollows and cryptic manifestos, all while the ghost of Demet Özdemir continues to loom large over his narrative. If you are ready to hear the confession of the Mediterranean's most scrutinized star, press the like button now. Let the trial begin. To understand the weight of Yaman's recent statements, we must strip away the glamour of the red carpets in Venice and the screaming crowds in Rome. For years, the narrative has been one of effortless conquest. Can arrived, he saw, he conquered. But in a recent appearance on one of Italy's most watched television programs, the actor shattered this illusion with a confession that was as raw as it was unexpected. These words, spoken with a mixture of indignation and relief, reveal a deep-seated wound. Yaman recounted the critical early days of his European venture, a time when his popularity was viewed by the Italian elite not as a phenomenon, but as a fabrication. They said I had bought the public with money, he revealed. They said, if you're so famous, do business there. They acted as if I didn't deserve the success. This is the burden of the outsider. Despite his charisma, despite the legions of fans camping outside his hotels, the establishment refused to believe that a Turkish actor could generate such organic hysteria without a payroll behind it. Yaman's response to this skepticism was not to argue, but to work. I arrived and achieved everything through hard work and effort, he declared. I started from scratch to prove my worth, I don't owe anything to anyone. This statement is a manifesto of self-made success. It reveals that behind the confident smile and the carefully curated Instagram feed, there was a man gritting his teeth, fighting a daily battle against prejudice and imposter syndrome. He was not just fighting for a role, he was fighting for the right to exist in that space. But Italy, it seems, is no longer enough. The ambitious trajectory of Yaman is shifting west. Having made a colossal impact with record-breaking projects on Rai, the actor is now counting down the days for a new chapter in Spain. The Italian media is already branding him the international star of the Mediterranean, a title that transcends borders and languages. This move is not merely geographic, it is transformative. Sources close to the production team claim that Yaman will present himself to the public with a completely different image in his new Spanish series. The physical training continues unabated, a testament to his discipline, but the suggestion of a visual overhaul hints at a desire to shed the skin of his previous roles. He is evolving. However, this expansion brings with it new perils. An explosive rumor is circulating in the dark corridors of the industry. It is alleged that Sara Bluma is deeply unsettled by Can's closeness with a young actress who is set to co-star in this Spanish project. Although sources close to the actor dismiss these claims as exaggerated, the specter of a jealousy crisis has quickly spread. It raises a timeless question: can a relationship survive when one partner is constantly expanding their horizons, forming new intimacies on set, while the other watches from the sidelines? This brings us to the enigma of Sara Bloomer. The couple, who had presented themselves as the paragons of discretion, keeping their relationship hermetically sealed from the public eye, has suddenly cracked open the door, or perhaps, slammed it shut. The keen eyes of the digital detectives noticed the first tremor. They unfollowed each other on social media. In the modern lexicon of love, an unfollow is often the equivalent of a divorce filing. It is a public declaration of severance. And yet, a striking detail remains. The photos are still there. The frozen memories of their happiness remain on their profiles, creating a confusing paradox. Did they break up, or was this merely a digital lovers' quarrel? Sources close to Yaman suggest that the keep it private agreement has crumbled under the weight of busy schedules and lack of communication. But Sara Bloomer's recent activity suggests something more philosophical. Her posts have shifted toward themes of personal development, renewal, and empowerment. Then came the post that read like a manifesto. Sometimes you have to listen to your heart, not the crowd. Taking a step back isn't giving up, it's about getting back on track. Is this a hint at a breakup, or a personal mantra for survival in the chaotic world of a superstar? The Italian tabloids are interpreting this as a clear sign that things are heating up, but not in a romantic sense. It suggests a woman reclaiming her autonomy. The followers are divided, split between those mourning the end and those dismissing it as a temporary glitch. But one thing is certain, the silence is loud. No story about Yaman is complete without the spectral presence of Demet Özdemir. The parallel nature of their careers has become a subject of obsession for fans and critics alike. Just as Can is making headlines with his Spanish conquest, Demet is expanding her own career onto global platforms. It is as if they are locked in a cosmic dance of one-upmanship. When Can stated, "I pushed my way into everything. I achieved everything through hard work," the internet immediately weaponized his words. Comments flooded social media asking, is this referring to Demet Özdemir's professional journey abroad? The implication is that fans view Can's declaration of starting from scratch as a subtle dig at others who perhaps took different paths or had different support systems. Is there an invisible rivalry between ex-partners, the forums ask? The fact that both achieved international recognition simultaneously fuels the narrative of parallel careers. Some Italian programs have even gone so far as to claim that Can's confession was a message of success directed specifically at Demet, a way of saying, "Look at me now." Whether this rivalry exists in their hearts or only in the minds of the fans, it is a narrative engine that shows no signs of slowing down. Adding another layer of complexity to the Sara Bloomer crisis is the allegation of family interference. An Italian gossip show has floated the theory that the tension is not just between Can and Sara, but between their clans. Allegedly, Sara Bloomer's family is uncomfortable with the relationship being so public, or perhaps, so scrutinized. Conversely, Yaman is at the peak of his powers, a time when professional demands often necessitate a distance from family. Rumors suggest he is spending less time with his own relatives, creating a friction that bleeds into his romantic life. If true, this paints a tragic picture, two people trying to love each other while being pulled apart by the very support systems that are supposed to hold them up. Yaman has remained silent on these accusations, but the mere existence of the rumor adds a Shakespearean dimension to the drama. It is no longer just boy meets girl. It is House of Yaman versus House of Bloomer, played out on the stage of Instagram. We have arrived at the interactive heart of our broadcast. This story is a tapestry of ambition, jealousy, and the struggle for authenticity. I turn the floor over to you, the jury of Mr. Magazine. First, regarding the bought fame accusation, do you believe Yaman was unfairly targeted by the Italian elite because of his origins? Is his success the result of pure hard work, or is there always a machine behind the man? Second, regarding the Demet Özdemir comparison, do you believe there is a genuine, silent rivalry between them? Or is this purely a fan-fabricated narrative that refuses to die? Pause the video. Scroll down. Leave your verdict in the comments. Your analysis is the oxygen that keeps this discussion alive. And while you are typing, do not forget to verify your subscription and consider the join button. Help us continue to ask the hard questions. What lies ahead? The countdown to the Spanish series has begun. Yaman is about to unveil a new face to the world. But his private life remains a storm-tossed ship. The intense messages from fans regarding the harassment scandal involving Sara, likely referring to the intense scrutiny and online abuse following the unfollowing crisis, may force his hand. Sources close to him suggest a major announcement is imminent. Yaman may be preparing to draw a line in the sand, clarifying his relationship status and perhaps addressing the rumors once and for all. But until that statement comes, the whirlwind continues to blow. He is experiencing the strongest moment of his career while navigating the most fragile moment of his personal life. It is the classic paradox of fame: the higher you fly, the thinner the air becomes. As we close the dossier on this Roman confession, let us reflect on the cost of ambition. Yaman has proven he is not a product of money, he is a product of will. But will is a finite resource. We will continue to watch as he crosses into Spain. We will monitor the digital footprint of Sara Bloomer. And we will keep an eye on the parallel path of Demet Özdemir. Because in the world of Yaman, the drama is never scripted, it is lived. If this deep dive enlightened you, please like the video. Share it with those who appreciate the truth. And click join to stand with us. From Italy to Spain, and back to the truth. Good night.